Last summer, my family and I decided to take a trip to the seaside. It had been a long time since we had gone on a vacation together, and we were all very excited. We packed our bags the night before and made sure we had everything we needed: swimsuits, sunscreen, snacks for the road, and of course our camera to capture all the special moments. Early the next morning, we loaded the car and set off. The sun was shining and the sky was a clear, bright blue. My husband Tom drove while our two children, Lucy and Jack, sat in the back seat, eagerly chatting about all the fun things they wanted to do at the beach. The drive to the seaside took about 3 hours. As we got closer, we could smell the salty sea air and feel the excitement building up. Lucy and Jack started to point out the window, shouting whenever they saw something interesting. "Look, Mom, there's the ocean," Lucy exclaimed, her eyes wide with wonder. We finally arrived at our beachside hotel. It was a cozy, family-run place with a beautiful view of the ocean. We checked in and quickly changed into our swimsuits. The kids couldn't wait to get to the beach, so we grabbed our towels and headed straight there. The beach was stunning. The golden sand was warm under our feet and the waves gently lapped at the shore. We found a nice spot to set up our towels and beach umbrella. Tom and I sat down to relax while Lucy and Jack ran off to play in the water. Their laughter filled the air as they splashed and built sandcastles. As the kids played, Tom and I took a moment to appreciate the beauty around us. The rhythmic sound of the waves was calming, and the gentle breeze kept us cool under the hot sun. After a while, we decided to join Lucy and Jack in the water. We all swam together, feeling the refreshing seawater against our skin. After swimming, we decided to have a little beach picnic. We brought out sandwiches, fruits, and some cold drinks from our cooler. The kids were particularly excited about the ice cream we promised them afterward. As we ate, we talked and laughed, enjoying each other's company. Later in the afternoon, we decided to take a walk along the shoreline. The kids collected seashells and even found a small crab, which they watched with fascination before letting it go back to the water. Tom took some beautiful photos of the sunset, which painted the sky in shades of pink and orange. As the sun began to set, we returned to our hotel. After showering and changing into dry clothes, we headed out to a local seafood restaurant for dinner. The food was delicious, and we shared stories about our favorite parts of the day. Lucy loved playing in the waves, while Jack couldn't stop talking about the sandcastle he built. After dinner, we took a leisurely stroll back to the hotel, enjoying the cool evening breeze. The streets were lively with other families and tourists, and we stopped by a small shop to buy some souvenirs. Lucy picked out a beautiful seashell necklace, and Jack chose a pirate-themed hat which he wore proudly. When we returned to the hotel, the kids were tired but happy. We tucked them into bed, and they fell asleep almost immediately, their faces still glowing with excitement from the day's adventures. Tom and I sat on the balcony, sipping tea and listening to the sound of the waves crashing against the shore. It was a perfect end to a perfect day. The next morning, we woke up early to catch the sunrise. We walked down to the beach, where a few other early risers had gathered. The sky gradually lightened, and soon the sun peeked over the horizon, casting a golden glow across the water. It was a magical moment, and we felt grateful to share it as a family. After breakfast, we decided to explore the nearby town. We visited a small aquarium where the kids learned about different marine animals. Lucy was fascinated by the colorful fish, and Jack loved watching the sea turtles. We also took a boat tour, which gave us a different perspective of the coastline and allowed us to see dolphins swimming in the wild. In the afternoon, we returned to the beach for one last swim. This time, we rented a paddle boat and took turns paddling out into the deeper water. Lucy and Jack took turns steering, their laughter echoing across the water. As our trip came to an end, we packed up our things and said goodbye to the seaside. The journey home was quiet, with the kids dozing off in the back seat, exhausted but content. Tom and I held hands, feeling happy and fulfilled. We promised each other that we would make this family trip to the seaside a yearly tradition. Back home, we looked through the photos we had taken, reliving each moment. The memories of our family trip to the seaside would stay with us forever, a reminder of the joy and togetherness we experienced. Back at home, life quickly returned to its usual routine. School for the kids and work for Tom and me filled our days, but the memories of our seaside adventure lingered in our minds, bringing smiles to our faces whenever we thought about it. One weekend, as we were sitting together after dinner, Lucy and Jack asked if we could look at the photos from our trip again. We gathered around the living room, and I fetched the photo album we had put together. As we flipped through the pages, we reminisced about the fun moments we shared. Each picture told a story: Lucy's joyous splash in the waves, Jack's proud stance by his sandcastle, and the beautiful sunset we all watched together. Inspired by the memories, we decided to recreate some of the seaside experiences at home. The following Saturday, we turned our backyard into a mini beach. We spread out a large blanket, brought out a kiddie pool, and filled it with water. Tom even set up a small tent for shade. We made sandwiches and fresh lemonade just like our beach picnic, and played beach-themed music to set the mood. The kids loved it. They splashed around in the pool, made sandcastles using a sandbox we had, and collected tiny rocks as if they were seashells. Lucy wore her seashell necklace and Jack donned his pirate hat, fully immersing themselves in the beach atmosphere. Tom and I sat back, enjoying the sight of our children's happiness and the warmth of the sun. As the day came to an end, we all felt grateful for the simple joys and the ability to bring a bit of our vacation magic home. It was a reminder that with a little creativity, we could create wonderful experiences wherever we were. In the months that followed, we often found ourselves reminiscing about our seaside trip. We started planning our next adventure, deciding to explore new places while making sure to include the beach in our plans. Our family bond grew stronger through these shared experiences, and we realized that the most important part of any trip was being together and creating lasting memories. And so, with excitement and anticipation, we looked forward to our next family journey, ready to embrace whatever adventures awaited us, knowing that, together, we could turn any place into a magical one.